Watch this.
You didn't tell me you were going to pay him off, right? When you're going to nice guy.
Sweetest kisses in town.
Here I am, sitting in the front row with him.
Okay.
That kind of guy.
Good. How about you? Oh, yeah. I thought you might be.
No, thank you. I'm trying to look at things on by Wednesday.
No problem.
Yeah, there is.
Cut the head off. I'll be right back. I forgot something. That's in my truck. Oh.
Jason, yes, dear.
Huh?
Or did you forget?
I don't know. He says he left something in the truck, so I had to run out.
You forgot what he forgot.
Watch, look. I can't really feel the pressure. What time is it? Is that time?
No,
Is
it's
that
not.
normal?
Tyler has another second.
It's right on the money, 6 o'clock.
Okay.
I can tell by my sundial.
You can tell he was an electrician.
Aw, you got one for me, right?
No, I made one.
That's so
You know
cool.
what his motto was? Let us remove your shorts.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
That's the better
I gotta
one.
find another chair.
That's awesome. We almost stepped on that.
Oh, yeah?
We're walking. Little baby deer.
Call the roll.
Oh, I was saying. In the dump.
Here,
It's in the dump. Which is just right there in the grass.
you sit here.
That's all.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, real fast. Carl's not here, so I guess I'm doing this.
Yeah, they bury them in the ground.
Someone has to nominate, but just.
I have to go in there in the canal.
Council
And they had that city ballers.
Oh, I'd like to nominate.
All right.
I almost got them. I called them and had them removed.
This is exciting.
Okay, meeting adjourned.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Okay, let's go through the resolutions real fast. Council on the minutes from last week,
Oh,
last month. Council. Resolution number 2. I guess like all these are just from Jason.
Right.
Jason, I guess, is going to be here later on. Anybody has any questions on these things? Spalding, Kinnick's Alley, that's just something that we've been putting off for, I don't know, probably what, 8, 10, 12, 14 years. And if you looked at it, I mean, it's really a no-brainer on that one because of all the drain tiles that are going right in, under sending water, it shouldn't be sent to 10 ton of water.
right.
Just so everybody knows, they didn't have a storm line back there, so everything that was coming off those roofs on that section of Main Street was going in the sanitary. And that's what we paid for to be treated, so this will address that, plus hopefully do a better job of keeping the water out of that alley as it gets deteriorated pretty quick.
What's number 5? Well,
Phase 2, that's gotta be the sewer, right?
That's the sewer project. There's a multi-phase sewer project going on in the city right now. They're in the 4th ward because we wanted to take care of that area around Spalding Fabric.
Niagara Street shut down, that's havoc. But I mean, I asked the chief for some help, he did great getting the buses out today. It was just stopping traffic so we can get out of there.
I think that was a one-day thing.
So you want to take 2, or you want to go council on these, or what? Council? Okay, we could probably be out of here at about 10 after 5, 10 after 7.
Oh, shot.
all the way down to what? 7?
Number 7, what we got here? 7, that's the same thing. That's
Wait a minute.
$7.
Is 7 the same thing as,
It is, it's 5.
as 5? Alright, so that is
Cross
a
that off.
change.
7's done.
7 is the same thing as 5. So 8 is 7?
It's just a filler.
It was just to make sure you were paying attention. You know, I'm proud to say you were.
So then number 8.
Finally, I sent it home on Friday.
So then they all get switched.
The amendment, alright, then you got number 8 is, now this is, if you looked at this thing, this is a grant, I guess it goes back to 2009. You really hold on to your money, don't you there, Chief?
No, they won't give it up.
Oh, really?
Trying to get it.
So I mean, it's,
Finally got released.
okay, so really it's a, you know, it's a no, nothing to us, right?
No.
Alright. So you wanna take that, or you wanna go counsel on it?
I'll take it.
Oh. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Alright, that's got number 8.
Does that
Sorry.
become 7?
I think he's,
Yep.
Dick's got 7, which was 8. 9, which was 8, is now 8.
So number 8.
You wanna go counsel on 8, which was 9?
Well, can I ask who he is, or?
Right up here.
Oh.
On that table.
I'm sorry, when you asked to be Commissioner of Deeds, I had no clue who you were, and I took it.
Hey, Oren.
He's Timothy
Moriarty? Be
Moriarty.
my guess on how it's pronounced.
Nice guy, lives on Sheridan Drive.
Great.
I guess anybody can be Commissioner of Deeds, right?
What does it do?
What does it do? So you can go out and get petitions signed.
I know I had to get it approved.
Right.
It's about it.
How do you wanna take that?
He's the petitioner.
Honored,
Actually,
honored
you
use
can
of-
add it as a notary.
Huh?
All?
You can use the spelling that is appointed.
No, he did it.
Unless you get it in Buffalo, if you get it in Buffalo, it's good for all the various sites.
Or 9?
9 is 10, that's,
That's
so
9.
it's a matching fund, it's a grant that we got from somebody around?
Bottom one,
Yeah. You're talking about the one on the $21,000?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll take that.
Okay.
What's
Didn't,
that?
didn't John Rupp do any free inventory on these for us?
And then 11 is then 10.
Been a while ago.
Alright, so this is,
We're all taking that.
Which one's 7?
is this gonna be one of those ones where he's gonna have an area of view and we'll be able to plug in?
I think what he's gonna do is go from tree to tree, and actually have a GPS location, what kind of tree it is in front of what
Oh,
house,
will you get
that
that?
sort of thing.
That sounds good.
Yes.
I like GPS.
So you wanna take it or go counsel on that one?
Oh, I said I'll take it.
Tyler, you want that?
I'll just second.
Heather will get that one. Alright, number 11, executive.
It's another time.
We'll talk about personnel.
Section
So we got executive. Okay,
4.
okay.
10.
Personnel of a particular person.
Person.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so we got that taken care of. You wanna introduce this guy, Ron?
Mr. Rolane is here. There he is. He has a proposal for a boat operation, basically in the same area that Greg Cat and Jim Chilton. I'll turn it over to Bob.
Okay, I've not done this before. I do have a proposal I put on with the mayor. I didn't make copies for everyone so I can pass this around. It's paddle boats that I'd like to start a paddle boat business on Ellicott Creek. 10 feet is I proposed on this from when the ramp. I'm asking for 30 feet of dock space to rent paddle boats. The paddle boats will have trolling motors, and under state law, anyone over 18 without a certificate can use the trolling motors. anyone under 18 must have accompanied by an 18-year-old person or a voter certificate. The ones that will have trolling motors will be registered. I've already registered. I have one in the parking lot right now for demonstration to take a look. I also have the one in the parking lot registered. I also have a trolling motor to show what it would look like with a trolling motor on. It's electric powered.
You're taking us out in it?
I'd love to, but it's in the parking lot on a trailer.
Okay.
I spoke to Mr. Brian Kemp, who is one of the directors of the Voters Guide, to clarify some issues that were coming up with sheriffs and Coast Guard. Those issues have been clarified, and what safety equipment is required and not required. Dick's Sporting Goods is one of my sponsors. ABC Rental is another one of my sponsors, because on Tuesdays and Thursdays I'd like to have special days. The general public will be welcome as well, but those are days that I would like to designate for handicapped, disabled people to come out and enjoy the waterway, the water, the canal, city of Tonawanda.
What are your hours of operation?
I was thinking probably like 11 to 7, 11 to 8. Of course, I want to stay away from dust or, nighttime hours. It would be daytime use only.
Okay.
And I have dock space that I own at 505 Ellicott Creek. So I only would like to park at night for display, 1 or 2 down there. The rest of them would be, boated or trailered back to the docks, because we can just put the small motor on and take the other 8 back to our other docks down the creek. And then in the morning, bring those back as needed.
So if you were to do that, why would you need 30-foot of dock space?
So I can have room to put 2 boats, because they're about 7 feet long.
Yeah, I got one. I do own one, so I know exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I would be able to have enough room to, I could go with 20 feet, that wouldn't matter. But I just figured 30 would be plenty of room to, maneuver, have people come in. I wouldn't be too close to the bikes, and I wouldn't be too close to the other activity that's going on with the tour boats.
And what would you be charging?
$15 an hour. On the special days would be $10 an hour.
And it would be, what kind of a deal would you have with the city?
I offered the city 5% of the gross, plus another 5% going to the Historical Society.
What do we got now? 15 or
5%.
20? What do we got?
Me?
Yeah.
I give the city $125 a month plus 5%. What I do.
125, that's rent for it?
Yes.
And then plus 5%.
Right.
And what's the agreement we have with you?
15.
15%.
Okay. What do you like?
I'm just,
I can go 10% if you like,
no, I just wanted to know what the,
because I'm donating 5% also to the Historical Society.
do you have an aerial location of where this would go, where you would like this to go?
Yes. I asked the mayor to come over, take a look. He did last Thursday. I measured out, had a tape measure, showed Ron the exact measurements.
Did you say area or area?
Aerial. Just so we can
Oh,
look down
did I-
and say, this is where this is gonna be, this is where this is
Oh,
gonna
no,
be,
I
and this
did
is where
not.
this is
No,
gonna
I
be.
did not.
I'd like to see, wouldn't you like to see that?
Yes,
Yeah.
I just don't want to be too crowded.
right.
I've got a picture. You care to see a picture?
Sure.
This is taken from the bridge. I have no objections to his idea, what he's going to do, but my objection is we just don't have any dock space. I'm operating from here out. It's a picture. But the ramp on out, and this is the this is the kayak launch that I approached you guys about last year, as far as, you know, I put in $4,000, put that in, make it easier to get a few kayaks in, we open it up to the general public, but there's no 30 feet here. I mean, you back a kayak in and there's just no place to go. I don't understand how we're gonna get
You got the floor.
2 of these things in there, let alone if 6 of them come in all at one time, where are we gonna dock everybody? I'm not opposed to him being 50 yards this way or
And then-
50 yards that way or the other side of the canal. But
The cats are gonna be here, right?
yeah, cats are down on the other end.
Excuse me for a moment, I hate to interrupt anyone, please.
Yeah, sure. No, we're just-
As I read your contract, the kayak ramp was proposed to be on your side of the property and not there. I don't have any objection it being there, as long as you don't have any objection about me being there.
No.
But contract is a contract change. And your contract with the
Last
city
year-
reads that it would be on your property.
Last year when I approached the council, the police boat was parked right there where the kayak ramp is. And I said, if I put up the money for this kayak launch, can the police boat move down a little bit? And that's all. We've never really modified no one has ever come down to the docks and pulled out a tape measure and said, this is exactly your space, Jim. We're going back 12 years I've been here. I've never had any issues. Originally, when I sat down with Mayor Raw, she said, what are you hoping to do? I said, I probably have about 10 boats. All 10 foot long, I need about 100 feet. And that's always what's been in the contract. We've never sat right down and said, okay, I gotta have 18 feet or any kind of crazy thing like that. But last year, when I approached about the kayak launch, I just said, I only had 2 kayaks at the time. They were on my dock, and, I'm laying on the dock trying to get people into these things, lifting all kinds of folks out of there.
Does the public?
John,
Absolutely, on a daily basis, I would venture anywhere from, on Saturday, at least a half a dozen, if not more.
John's still waiting for the parks to put in the dock. We're gonna be keeping the police boat in the canal.
Next week.
Next week?
No,
No, police chief, John.
Excuse me, just for a moment. While this was still on, how do you turn that back on? Okay. Jim, would you oppose the kayak ramp moving over 10 feet?
there's not room. There's not room. This gentleman is putting his business down here, and he's already asking for an additional 10 feet down there because he's tight.
Okay. Mr. Mayor,
Sir?
you mentioned last week when you were down there that there was more room than you thought there was. Is that a correct statement that you made?
When you talked about the other side of the dock, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm not a boater, so I don't know if you can use the other side.
Okay, but you did mention that there was more room down there than you thought there was. Is
Again,
that correct?
if you look at his operation and come around the corner,
Right.
there's water between the dock and the shore.
Oh, we can look at that too. I've got a picture of
Okay,
it.
well, one minute.
No.
Well,
This
not
is-
deep enough.
This is what maybe we're just talking about the dock and the shore. This is the ramp comes down here.
In here?
Right. Now, I don't understand how he's gonna operate a business down in here.
I didn't,
There's just no way to get in and out of these boats, let alone trying to get people with disabilities in there.
I
mean,
wasn't
you
talking
have-
about that.
There's
son.
a ramp here, I mean.
Well, I don't know, what are we talking about? Because there's just, there's no.
Okay, well, excuse me.
I'm not
So-
trying to chase you off. I'm just saying,
Okay, Jim, then, like I said from the beginning, I'd like to work with you, okay? My main purpose is thinking about handicapped and disabled persons is one of my main purposes. I'm 100% disabled myself, okay? There's a handicap ramp that was put in by the city that's asphalt, that goes down to the dock. Then there's another ramp that goes down to the main dock. Okay, now, as I mentioned to Jim just now, if he would just move this ramp over, which I don't have an objection, because on the paperwork it says that he had the right to install this, but on his property, on his side. This is his side, not over here. Sorry, how do I put that on? Thank you. I'm not computer savvy. Okay, so I don't have an objection it being there, because it's for public use as well. But I'm only asking if it can move over 10 feet.
But then that imposes on him.
Right.
See,
Well, wait, I just
But
got a
there's
statement. There's property all over the city that people just claim. that isn't theirs. If you're allowed a certain amount, then he should have came back to the city and asked for more land.
See, but now, if this is for public use, okay? I mean, he could turn around and put it over there and just put a chain on it and say nobody can use this now. You know, but he's trying to work with us by putting $4,000 of his own money into something.
And I'm happy to help people bring down their own kayaks. I help them bring them off the car, put them down on the ramp, put
I
them
think
in and
what
out.
we have, I mean,
Okay.
pictures are one thing right now. I literally have to go look at them myself. Because we're not gonna make a decision on it right now. I mean, you know, I think with Carl, we have to get Carl in here. It has to be, we have to talk about it as the council as a whole. But, I mean, I'd like to go down and see where you guys are gonna be. Like, do you have a card or something like that?
No, I do not. I haven't even officially opened the business.
Okay, I mean, now, where do you live? You live out where? I mean, what's your phone number? So, I mean, if I wanna go down or someone wants to go down, how can we get in touch with you to go look at it?
I got all that information.
Okay,
yeah.
but I mean, I'd like to do that. I'd like to go down and see where you're at, see where he's at. Have you go down, I mean, cause this right here, you know, you look at a picture's one thing, when you can literally look at it, to me, that's something.
How come you can't use your own docks down there, just operate down there?
This is the town square,
Okay.
okay?
And you know what? There was nothing there when I started. It was,
I'm not trying, paddle boats and paddle bikes.
you're trying to sit on my
are-
lap, that's all I'm saying.
Okay,
And you're gonna take,
okay. Jim,
Take my
paddle
hands.
boats and paddle bikes are two separate things. They're two separate entities, okay? Now, a paddle boat, okay, is a lower craft. It seats 4 to 5 people, 3 people. Okay.
how do you propose to get folks into this little paddle boat that's sitting on the water from a 3-foot dock and putting people with disabilities in the to move? I mean, have we kind of worked that out?
Yeah, portable docks. They're $400 a piece for an 8-foot section that's 4 feet wide.
So
With the
you're
proposal-
gonna
so it's a
put the
similar-
dock in there also, though?
Now,
I can't get it to go back on. It's similar to what his kayak ramp looks like,
Okay.
I think
but
we
I was
should
just
run
gonna
that
put
in
it
with
next to where my space would be, so the people could walk from the dock into that piece onto the boat.
Alright, so,
It wouldn't be
So
blocking
really, I mean-
anything, it would be just, it looks just like this, but it would just be a piece like that, because the paddle boats do go under this dock right here, because they are a little bit lower than that.
yep.
Okay, so I was gonna put one of those on for disability days, and because then the people would be able to just walk on that and walk right onto the boat.
Okay.
Or they could be helped down if they're disabled.
Alright, so, how does, I mean, do you lower this dock down? How, I mean, still, if you.
It's a floating dock.
Right,
It would float just like this.
okay.
And that's
wheelchairs onto that?
Pardon me?
Wheelchairs onto something like that? I mean,
I-
I've already tested the wheelchairs coming down this ramp right here.
right, but to go even from that to what I have on my kayak launch, that's not a liability thing that I would want to be.
Okay.
taking
It's
on.
not your liability.
No.
It's a city
No,
dock.
no,
It's my
I'm not
liability.
gonna have fighting going on right now.
No, it's my liability insurance.
Okay.
It's my, business and my things that I have to deal with and talk to the different handicap and disabled organizations to fulfill their needs.
It's not true. It's city property, so the city will always would get brought into any kind of lawsuit if there's an accident down there, always. I don't think anybody would disagree.
No,
Let me make a suggestion,
they always.
and that's a suggestion you already made.
Yes.
Why don't you come up with a time that's agreeable for everybody to meet down there. and
I
you can
literally
see
have to, I don't know
exactly-
about anybody else, I literally have to look at it myself.
I will put in everybody's box his phone number,
Contact information.
contact information, and whatever day and time you guys decide. Everybody can go and then take a look at it. See what you think.
Okay?
You guys have to make a decision.
I-
All I know is we have 2 commitments already.
Right, I agree.
There's 2 commitments that have already been made, so.
I just want the city council to understand that my intentions are not to try to step on this gentleman's toes or to try to take any business from him. Like I had mentioned to Jim several times that I think I would increase business because I'm a promoter. That's what I do a lot. and I would be promoting this quite a bit. So what I'm trying to bring is commerce into our city. And so it wouldn't be just myself benefiting, because this is not very profitable. For the money I'm putting out, it's not that profitable at all. But would Jim be profiting by the extra business coming in? Thank you. You're welcome. Would the tour boats probably be profiting by the extra business? You're welcome. McDonald's, Burger King, the other places in the city, by the promotions I'd be running, thank you. I'm not asking for anything. My intention is for the city, to promote the city, and promote our waterway, our canalway.
Now, you said you have 8 of them right now. Do you,
We'll have up to 10. I have one in the parking lot right now.
I saw that one. I
And
mean, but now, you have dock space at 502?
505 Ellicott Creek.
All right, now, do you have any paddle boats there right now?
Just the one.
Just
I
the one.
did not put out the other $15,000 right now. There's no need to be buying 10 of them if I cannot get this concept through the city board.
All right, but if the mayor said that what he's gonna do is he's gonna put the information for it in our boxes, we'll get in contact with you and go from there.
Okay.
Okay?
Now,